uh, second team, the owner here is Lost Sniper LV. He came in from one of the other grown folks leagues, I think second to last season, sometime around then, and took over the Saints.
Yeah,
Um,
at the very end
Yeah.
at the very
of
end.
the
So he's kind of a new addition to the league. Was well received at the very end, and so he's going to be taking over the Las Vegas Raiders. It's their, I believe, their first year in Vegas. Is that correct in this game?
Yes. Yeah, it will be.
Okay, so it will be the first year in Vegas. So here's going to have the Raiders, and this will be a fun one to discuss here. So why don't we hear about some of these players?
Yeah, so pulling up the Raiders roster, and immediately first thing I say, I don't know a lot about the Raiders, but they have three pretty highly rated offensive linemen: Rodney Hudson at 93 overall, Richie Incognito at 90 overall, and Trent Brown at 87 overall. They acquired Trent Brown early in the offseason, I think, from Washington. Um, so that offensive line looks like it's built pretty well. You got Gabe Jackson at right guard at 79 overall. So other than that, obviously Josh Jacobs had a great rookie year. Roll Tide. He's rated at 88 overall. Darren Waller was a breakout last year. He's at 85 overall. And then you've got a couple of DBs: Demarius Randall, free safety 82, Lamarcus Joyner, corner at 82. Um, Derek Carr's at 79 overall, so decently rated quarterback. 91 throw power is pretty good. So there's definitely talent here. The Raiders had in real life, they had their three first round picks a couple years ago, and they've really started to build up the roster since Gruden took over in real life. But there's some good ground to work on, foundation to work with for LV, who was in my division last year, was a really good player. So I think he's going to have a good time with this roster. Cool.
Yeah.
You
So
talk a little bit about LV if you have any information. I know he was only around for a couple of seasons, but
right. I think he joined at the end of the next to last season and played like 3 games maybe.
yeah,
Uh, his total his record in TFL, his overall record is 10-9, and he had one winning season. So the only season he played, he had a winning. The only full season he played, he had a winning season. So I wonder if the LV is for Las Vegas. I wonder if he lives in Las Vegas or is a Las Vegas fan. That's
he does
interesting.
have his icon is the Las Vegas Welcome to Las Vegas sign. So I
So
think
yeah,
that
he
you
may
are
live
right
there.
about the LV.
So that might be neat. For them first moving there, so he'll have a little hometown connection. They also have Lynn Bowden Jr. from the University of Kentucky, drafted him. So
Knew that
maybe
was
he'll want to
coming.
run. He might want to run the Wildcat or something the whole year.
and I
But
forgot actually they drafted Henry Ruggs too. I
yeah,
completely
they
forgot about that.
drafted two receivers,
Yeah,
and
Yep.
Ruggs will be crazy fast.
yeah,
So
he's 98
that'll
speed,
be
97 acceleration. I think Tyreek Hill is the only player that's faster than him in the game.
that'll be
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. I
pretty
was
good.
surprised you didn't mention him,
I
Pun,
completely
because
forgot.
I think that's going to be pretty interesting and something that's going to be, I think, a theme just overall in this division is Tyreek Hill and Ruggs having to deal with both of those two players. Um, it's going to give some defenses fits in that division.
Yeah.
I,
Go ahead, Cooley.
No, it just seems like I played LV maybe one of those years, and I think we had a really close game. I mean, he's a pretty good player, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do with Las Vegas. They're going to be a little bit down. I know Smace kind of took them last time and was wanting to work with them. Gruden's kind of changed that the whole organization around. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do with this team.
Yeah, being in the same division with him, when he took over the Saints, it's always a little bit scary, Cooley. You seem to be the guinea pig a lot of times for new guys coming in. They tend to, for whatever reason, join the NFC East and play you their first
Yeah,
game.
tell me about that.
Um, so it's always a little nerve-wracking playing the first guy with our rules or playing the guy's first game with our rules. But I really enjoyed the first game that we played and getting to play him. I think I ended up playing him 4 times because I think he played me both times the first season, that mid-season when he came in. Um, but he's really good. He's a smart player. He runs a really efficient offense. Um, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun. I mean, talk about weapons. We talked about the weapons of the Broncos, but Josh Jacobs, Tyrell Williams, I forgot Jason. They have Jason Witten on the roster. I thought he retired, but I guess he signed a 1 year deal with the Raiders. But
Trader.
Nelson Aguilar, Henry Ruggs. They've also got Zay Jones. So there's Hunter Renfro. Um, there's a lot of weapons on offense for him to be able to run or pass. They also have Jalen Richard as the backup running back. So this offense could be really potent for LV. Knowing the kind of offense he runs, I think he's going to be really balanced with it and could be really dangerous. The defense might need a little bit of work, the first couple seasons with drafting and free agency and everything. But and again, a pretty solid roster for Oakland or
Yeah,
Las
and I
Vegas
think
now.
you mentioned the defense, and I think that's going to be the biggest need for him after that the first couple seasons is reinforcing that defense. There's just not a lot of star power there. They got some good depth pieces and some good starters, but not a lot of star power on that defense. So that'll be, I think, the biggest thing moving forward.
All right. Do we have any final thoughts? Andy, LV's not here. Do you want to jump in and say anything about the Raiders, one of your division opponents? Pretty big
Yeah, I think.
rival here in Denver.
I mean, being a Chiefs fan, like you know, kind of all the AFC West type of rivalries and stuff like that, and Oakland going to Las Vegas, whatever. But Denver and Oakland and San Diego and Oakland and Chiefs and Oakland, like it's all big rivalries, huge rivalries. The thing that I'm already looking at and thinking about is, okay, what's he going to do at quarterback, right? Because is Derek Carr his guy, or is he going to find something else? And then, like you said, how am I going to stop Henry Ruggs, but also stop Jacobs? Like those two guys, and having those two guys as young as they are, like is big. And I think Smace can talk about it too. Like that defense, as though as it's not as talented, it gives you a lot of opportunity to bring in your guys, to bring in guys that you want, guys that play what you want to do, and draft guys that you want that they're going to start immediately. So those are kind of the things that I think about when I think of kind of Oakland or Las Vegas, being in this division.
And don't forget Darren Waller, 89 speed, 89 acceleration out of the tight end. I don't know. He's probably not much of a blocker, but just exploded on the scene last year as a receiver. So just another weapon. And obviously, everyone knows how effective tight ends can be in Madden because you can't chuck them at the line. And usually you have a slow linebacker with no coverage skills on them. So they can be a really potent piece of an offensive attack. All right. I think that'll do it for Las Vegas. That's going to take me a while to remember to say that, not Oakland. For the Las Vegas
Yeah.
Raiders and Lost Sniper LV. So taking over the Raiders, the storied Raiders franchise.